Friends, have you ever sat alone at 1 a.m. when the whole house is asleep and your room is covered in complete darkness and asked yourself a terrifying question? Just think about it. If your parents had never met, where would you be? If Earth had never existed, where would you be? If the entire universe had never been born, what would there be? Wilson, when an ordinary person thinks about this, their mind goes completely blank. Your heart starts racing because the human brain simply cannot understand what nothingness actually feels like. Now imagine the moment before the Big Bang. No space, no time, no God, no sound, not even darkness, just an unimaginable emptiness. So then, why did this universe suddenly appear out of that emptiness? Who decided that there should be something instead of nothing? Friends, this is not just a scientific question. This is one of the greatest philosophical questions ever asked. A question so deep that even modern science and religion struggle to answer it. Welcome, friends. Today we are diving into one of the darkest mysteries of existence itself, ontology. Since childhood, we've been taught to treat two words as the same thing, being and existence. But philosophy says that confusing these two is humanity's biggest mistake. Let me explain with a simple example. Imagine there's a light bulb glowing in your room. You can see it. You can touch it. It physically exists. But what about the electricity flowing inside that bulb? Can you see it? No. And yet, it's there. That invisible force is being. Now imagine smashing the bulb with a hammer. The bulb breaks. Its existence ends. But does the electricity die? No. The current is still there. Friends, your body is that bulb. One day, it will break. One day, it will turn to dust. But the feeling inside you that says, I am, perhaps that is your true being. And this is where humanity's greatest fear begins, death. Think about this for a second. 100 years from now, the world will still be moving. Cars will race down the streets. People will laugh. The internet will still exist. But you won't be there. Your name will slowly disappear. This is non-existence. The philosopher Martin Heidegger believed that humans are the only creatures aware of their own death, and that fear controls us. We distract ourselves with social media, money, status, entertainment. Why? Because we don't want to remember that one day we will disappear. But Heidegger says something terrifying. The moment you fully accept your death is the moment you truly begin to live. Then came Paul Sartre. He said, existence precedes essence. In other words, humans are not born with a predetermined purpose. You were not born with a fixed destiny. No script was written for your life. You arrived here first, and then you created your meaning through your choices. You are a blank canvas. And that freedom is both a gift and a curse. Because now, your life is your responsibility. Then came Albert Camus. Camus believed life is absurd. He told the story of Sisyphus, a man cursed to push a giant rock up a mountain forever, only for it to roll back down every single time. That's life. We work. We struggle. We repeat the cycle again and again. And in the end, death resets everything. But Camus says, imagine Sisyphus happy. Because true victory is not found in the result. It's found in the courage to continue anyway. Then came Friedrich Nietzsche, the philosopher who declared, God is dead. Not because he hated God, but because humanity had lost its old beliefs and meanings. And now, human beings must create meaning for themselves. Nietzsche called this higher human the overman, someone who doesn't live in fear, but creates their own values and purpose. But then, Eastern philosophy changes the entire story. The Upanishads say that emptiness is not truly empty. Everything comes from that nothingness. Just as waves rise from the ocean, we rise from the universe itself. We are not separate from existence. We are existence. And maybe death is not the end, but a return. Just like the bulb breaks, but the electricity remains. So maybe the real meaning of life is not finding some final answer. Maybe it's having the courage to live fully in the middle of this mysterious universe. To laugh while knowing death exists. To dream, even in the darkness. Because maybe we are not just humans. Maybe we are the universe itself, experiencing life through human eyes for a little while. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, subscribe and follow the channel for more journeys into philosophy, consciousness, and existence.